Hello, everyone. We have a very special video in store for you tonight. My name is Ian, and with me tonight is my pal Eric. How you
Hey,
doing?
Ian.
Hey, Eric had this idea that he wanted to put together a game where we play open-handed, where we talk about our plays as we go through them, and just highlight some of the new rules that have come into Skytear recently. We're going to do that tonight. So, Eric, thanks for putting this together.
Yep, sounds like fun. I'm excited.
All right, well, let's jump in and let's play some Skytear.
Alrighty, let us see to start with what our victory conditions are going to be today. We've got an onslaught. We've got, the new siege. And we have the tamer. So onslaught, just kill 3 heroes. Siege, the new thing is now you have to get each hero down to 4 hit points or less. So basically on the 2-lane map, that means I have to do 1 damage to each of his towers, or he has to do 1 damage to each of my towers. And then the tamer is defeat 2 heroes using the outsiders. So that means either with provoke the beast, if you run it, or with just activating him. I don't think there's another way to do it. Oh, if I actually, with the new rules, if I attack the outsider, then or do damage to the outsider, you can attack back with that, and that would count for tamer as well, I believe.
All right, so Eric, do me a favor this game and attack the outsider as much as you can, please.
Sounds good.
Okay. So I think we are ready to flip the coin, and when we play, I'm always the heads guy, you're the tails guy. It's quite the flip,
Alrighty,
Eric.
tails never fails.
There it is. You got it.
Boom. Alrighty, so I do not particularly like the OG outsider. I like to go second, but seeing that list over there, you tend probably like to go first. Maybe you're fine going second. Oh, I'm such a chicken. I just give away the flux every time so that I can go second.
All right, I will take my outsider then.
Alrighty, the original gangsta.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the HUD on for us as well. And for any new players, this little overlay option here down in the bottom right corner, if you click the little gear icon, you'll see it pop up. And this just puts the HUD that you typically see in our stream games, but I find it pretty nice to have just in my casual games, just to have a hit point counter nice and easily available.
Hit point counter and hand size, because the
Oh, yeah,
hands are
that's
so
right.
far off the screen, just being able to look up there and see how many cards they have in their hand is very nice.
Okay, so we are ready to start drafting. And one of the first new rules is the deployment. So now I have the option, instead of just deploying right around the edge of what would be the nexus, I now can deploy anywhere along the back edge if I want to. So this makes it really nice for melee heroes to move and be able to attack a minion.
Yeah, before a lot of them were just going into dome because they didn't have anything else useful to do. But now you
Yeah,
can actually get some value.
but I think I'm just going to put Hokusai right here.
Tried and true, Hokusai
Yep,
to the middle.
it's pretty good there.
Alrighty. So one of the first things I do when I'm looking at the game is I look at the victory conditions and try and figure out how I'm going to win and how my opponent's going to win. And my list, I mean, anybody can win with Tamer and Onslaught, but probably between the two, I would be more worried about losing to those than winning with those. Although, if I can kill and lock them 3 times or Hokusai hurts himself enough, it's definitely possible, especially if I bring like Kenwi and Shilivi. So probably the way I'm going to win is either Siege or just going for the Nexus. So with that in mind, I am going to try and make his life difficult to kill me while also trying to push lanes. So that sounds like a Kenwi to me. It sounds like a Brilvar to me. And on the opposite side, all 4 of my other guys are good at pushing lanes. I think I want to start with a Kenwi. And I'm going to go ahead and flex her out wide. Actually, I can go here and still get to a minion and still get to the middle of the dome if I want to. So I think that's where I'll start, over there. And then she's going to want another Nupton friend And I've actually been very impressed with the Cootie recently. So I am going to take a Cootie and put Cootie even further towards the outside. And part of this is because Hokusai loves to just go and nuke these guys that sit here at the beginning, go to the middle of the dome, and by doing this, I might be denying that play from him.
Yeah, I don't like it, Eric. I don't like it one bit. All right, so thinking about how I'm going to win this game, my list is definitely built around trying to kill the heroes as fast as possible. So Onslaught definitely jumps out at me. But I do have Yami and Zakol who can do a little bit of minion control when and if they need to. So, a siege victory is not entirely out of the question, though trying to outpush you on a lane, I think, is going to be difficult. So I think for me, I'm gonna just try and kill your heroes as fast as possible. And honestly, if I can get a dome victory at some point and maybe try to finish off someone with an outsider, that might be the best case. So we're just gonna bring my heavy hitters. So for me, that's gonna be Nalochlin is gonna come into the game, and I'm gonna put him up here in the front. Just for a little bit of flexibility to be able to cross over into lane 1 if I need to, or handle anything on lane 2 or in the dome. And then I'm gonna also bring out Zakol, and because you have brought some pushy people over here to lane 1, I'm considering flexing out Zakol this direction. This will at least allow me to get up in and hit a minion, but if I want to, I can also pivot over into the dome. So I think I'm going to put him right here.
Sounds good. Alrighty. So, on the other half of the world, I think I'm going to go with a pair of Leothans. And today I'm going to take Astrida because she's just so good at pushing. And then her protector you'd think is Brilvar, but I think today I'm just going to bring Shillavi and say, hey, Nalochlin, if you come over here, I'm going to eat you for lunch. So
that's a little frightening.
That's how we're going to do that.
Okay. And then I think my last hero, I'm going to bring Yami. She's just so flexible. And I am going to flex her out here to the side and hope to maybe get an extra maybe little minion kill and make it harder on you. So that's what we're going to do. So that's going to be no Akimo and no Habara today.
And I don't have my Brilvar security blanket, and I'm also sending Ekrit home.
And it's important to note we are now playing with 40 card decks. So for those that haven't checked it out, the deck builder now, you build, put 9 cards with your hero and along with their ultimate. So each hero is going to come with 10 cards now. I really like this new rule. It just helps, I think, with the deck building, even being able to, for a new player, to find 3 cards that you like and just add 3 copies of those. Though it may not be the most efficient deck, it's definitely easy to just jump right in and deck build that way.
And I found, when I had the 7-card deck, I was moving cards all over the place. And at least so far, I've just been like, wait, it's so easy. And maybe it's right to do this 3 of on some of these guys, at least some of my main characters and stuff. So, yeah, it's simplified my process and maybe made it better even.
All right. So I can mention we are going to be playing open-handed here, or at least you're going to be able to see my hand. Eric can also see my hand. We're the same team. And we're going to be talking about our plays. And Eric is going to keep his hand out here to the side so we can see what he has going on. And he's going to talk about his plays as we go about it. So while he's setting up his cards, I'm going to go ahead and do my mulligan. So immediately I have a couple of things that jump out at me that I don't really think I want in my opening hand. So I got a couple of psychic shields, Eric, in my opening hand. And I don't want to see these anywhere in my hand. You are not, I don't think you're going to be playing a lot of stuff out of hand damage where I'm going to need to be blocking this. So I want these back shuffled in just as fast as possible. I think the rest of my hand is going to be just fine. I do have an impervious that on the surface is not going to do a whole lot. I don't think you're going to be doing a lot of attacking. but it would combo nicely into a shield slam. So I think I'm going to keep that. And I've got a 3 mana card, which I always want to have at least one for a crucial lead. And so I think I'm good here to just draw back up to 2.
Sounds good. And so on my side, just like Ian said, I really want a 3 mana card. So I'm keeping at least one of these Twisters of Souls. Probably don't need both of them. Nourish is like one of the best. So I found with these new rules, there's more cards coming my way. So having early plays is really good because I end up discarding down. So Nourish is like probably the card I want to see the most against aggressive deck like this. I also do like Time Glitch to do some type of positioning. I don't have Eckert, so maybe it's not as good, but like Shalivi probably wouldn't mind the extra 2 steps to be able to get into good position or something, chase down Mulligan or something. So I think I'm going to keep the Time Glitch, so I'm going to keep the Nourish, I'm going to keep 1 Twister Souls. So the real question is, do I want to keep Exhaustion? And if he puts a Frenzy on, he can normally do it to a point where I can't really react with an Exhaustion. I mean, it avoids a mark on my guy a little bit, but I think I can just do better. So I'm actually going to toss both Exhaustions, even though I just said I wanted some 1-drops to do something. And I will go ahead and draw 3 new cards. And I definitely like having a Time Warp for round 2. And I drew 2 other 3-drops, which isn't ideal, but it does mean that I have the option to lead from in a lane as well as the dome if I need to. So it's not the end of the world. Alrighty. Well, good luck, Ian.
Yeah, you too. So I am the first player, so I'm going to take my little activation token. And I think I'm just going to start with Yami. And so one of the cool things now about being able to flex her out to the side is I think I'm going to be able to use her ability right here at the beginning and not have to have a fast token on her.
Mm-hmm.
So as my first action, I'm going to declare a skirmish.
Go ahead.
So one of the new rules with skirmish is you now have to target if you plan on doing any attacking with your skirmish. So I cannot target anyone. There's no one for me to target, so I'm not going to be able to do any flipping, but I will declare no target and still get my 2 movement points.
Go ahead.
We're going to move up to here. So as my next action, I'm going to move.
That's fine. Go ahead.
I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to use Yami's ability on that minion. And so the first time Yami moves through an enemy hero, I can deal 1+ damage to it.
Yeah, let's flip your -1s here.
Oh, you didn't. +2. All right, so now is where I have some options. So I can sit here, maybe lead. I could have even, moved 1 hex over and killed another minion. But I think I just want to do damage to you. And what good, bad, or otherwise, I just want to hurt you. So Yami has an ability where I can worship someone. And so I am within 3 hexes of both Shalavi and Astrida. Astrida has 1 piece of armor where Shalavi does not. And so I'm actually going to target Shalavi.
I'm fine with that.
Yami is going to jump next to her and do 1+ damage to her.
And if I wanted to, before you've done it, so this goes on the stack, or the mark happens, and then I could Time Glitch to remove it, but since I'm still a marked hero, you still would chump and do the damage. There is no point in removing the mark at this point in time.
Yep, it's good to know. So Yami's worship action is going to resolve, and I'm going to flip 1+2. So that's going to be 3 damage to Shalavi.
3 damage with no armor.
And that is going to be the end of Yami's activation. So I'm very happy with that. I was able to kill a minion and do 3 points of damage to a hero. So I am A-okay with that.
Alrighty. So Shalavi is feeling attacked already. So Mulligan move skirmish unless he has a way to cast the yellow card, which would mean another pillar or something like that. He is only going to get to attack Shalavi. So I can't do anything about that, really. I don't like that you're pushing this lane. I think I want to push it back. I can always send Kanui into Dome because that's pretty safe with her illusion. I could try and beat up Yami. That doesn't seem great. I could worship to get Yami disarmed for next round, but disarm is only part of this. I think I'm just going to go with Estrida. And we're going to start pushing this lane so that I can get towards my siege victory condition. So Estrida's going to go ahead and activate. She's going to start with a move action.
Move is... Let me think about that.
Okay.
Yep, that's fine.
So she's going to move 1, 2, 3, get out in this bush where I don't think she can be harassed the rest of this round without any cards. Then she's going to declare a worship action.
That's fine.
She will do that on herself. And then she'll declare an attack on the minion on the outside.
Okay. No response.
So I will flip 2+. -1 is 1 damage. It's just enough. I will take the 2 damage, do your job for you a little bit here, and I will get this minion back. So I am now a little bit ahead on this side of the lane. And now her worship token goes away and is your action.
Okay. So you haven't really given me a target for anybody.
Let's just hope I can do that for the rest of the game.
No kidding. So let's go with... Let's go with Hokusai. No, that can't be right. That can't be right. Let's go with Sakol. We're going to go with Sakol instead. So we are going to declare a move.
Sounds good.
We're going to attack this minion. Oh.
That minion is going to go down.
And flip +2. And I think that I am just going to... I'm going to worship here. And I think that you might be able to move this. So we're going to put this right here.
Yeah, so now Zakol is threatening to move people around, which is pretty annoying. Although if Kenwi's illusion's out, I get to move and you get to move. It's all kind of a moving thing. So Yami's position blocked Shillavi from just being up to go up and kill that minion. But like I said, I'm already ahead here. I just need to push 1. There's not much reason to push more than 1 on the first round. And actually, sometimes it's better to only push 1 because then your guys don't have to spend time moving.
Yeah, I think that's actually really important for new players who, sometimes feel like I've got to win on turn 1. I got to win the lane by 5 or 6 or 7 when winning by 1 is just as good, right? If you're trying to push the lane.
Yep. So I can either go to the middle of Canoe. I kind of want to go to the Cootie then because I know she's going to stay out in lane. But I don't really want to give Hokusai a target. So that would mean going out into this bush and just flexing out wide. That means if I go into there, I'm not... Well, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so yes, I will go with a Cootie. And I will move myself into the other bush on the other side of the world.
Okay.
And then I will go ahead and worship.
Yep.
And I am a huge fan of Akuti's new illusion being able to give the armor while staying in lane. So I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 is actually better. And then I'm going to attack the pillar because I don't like pillars.
Yep, that's fine.
So Akuti attacks the pillar. So that's gone. And then the revenge triggers. And so my Akuti's illusion can attack the minion over there. It's a 1+. And I do have -1s in my deck. So hopefully I don't flip one of them. I did not. So I am able to take out that guy. And so now we are at parity on this lane. And Akuti is going to be done. So I debated a lot about putting the illusion closer to the middle so that I have more room for Kenui to run around with. But I like this because now I'm next to this other guy in case I need to use it next turn.
Yep, exactly. All right, so I am going to activate Mulligan here. And I am going to start with a move action.
Okay, where's he going? I could see him going to any of the 3 lanes.
Yep, I'm going to just move him right over here.
Okay.
And, you know, a skirmish doesn't do me much good here. I could skirmish and then attack Shalavi, which doesn't seem bad. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to declare a skirmish, and I'm going to target no one.
Okay, yep.
And then I will declare an attack on Shalavi.
Alrighty, so Shalavi is probably going to use a Nourish at some point. I don't know if there's any reason to not use it now, but I guess not. So yeah, I'll go ahead and let you do it.
All right, so we are flipping +2, so that's going to be 5.
5 piercing damage, not that I had any armor to start with, but I go down to 10.
And that's going to be it for Mulligan.
Alrighty. So now all of a sudden, we're sitting at being tied here, 3-3, no leads. So if Shalavi stays over here, you'd have to bring Hokusai to win lane. So that's really what I want. And also, if I get closer to Astrida, she can cast a Nourish on me, so I can time glitch. Not that I need to time glitch, but it makes me feel like I have options there. But yeah, I'm not using these 1-mana cards very much, am I? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go with Shalavi now.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and move.
Yep, that's good.
1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to, like I promised when I drafted her, I'm going to make Mulligan pay. I'm going to declare an attack against Mulligan.
I think I might have a response. So Mulligan is going to cast an Impervious.
Nice. So you have 2 armor. I get to flip.
You do.
So I flip twice. 4 ++, that's a 5, because I don't want the -1. So 5 - 2, you take 3 damage.
Yep. 10 to 11.
And this means my skirmish plan into you is less good. My lead is not particularly exciting, because like we said, I'm already winning by 1. I don't feel like I need to do that, so I guess I can skirmish into myself into a better position. I can worship. That is totally what I want to do. I'm going to worship, and I'm going to exhaust first as part of that worship action so that I lose that, and then I'm hovering over here waiting for see if you want to respond to my worship declaration.
You are totally fine to worship. Actually, yep, no, that's fine.
So if you keep going after Shalavi, I think getting the revenge trigger on her is better than setting up Astrida for next round. So I think that's where this is going to go. And nothing else is going to happen, but I can still wait. So yeah, I will be done.
Okay. So we're going to go with Hokusai.
Yep.
So we are going to move.
Yep. Shalavi's just a little too close.
And I think I'm gonna skirmish.
Oh.
Gonna target no one.
Targeting no one. You're coming all the way out here. Okay, yep, go ahead.
And then I am going to lead from hand.
Well, that means that I am going to get this pushed up into my face. Because can we? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I guess I could counter that. Huh.
I just don't want to put myself in a spot where I have to worry about siege next round. I'm obviously making lane 1 a little vulnerable and the dome as well. You winning the dome, if you want it, doesn't terrify me. So I think I'm okay with this.
Yeah, this is fascinating. So I can move and skirmish and lead from hand. I have plenty of 3s that I don't care about. I will win this by 1, tie this, and tie this. So that means siege over here is going to take a while. But I think I'm okay with a Kuti versus a Cole one-on-one battle over there. What I don't like is the fact that I'm building up a 3-on-3 over here. I feel like Shalavi might have some problems coming her way. But, I mean, taking the dome instead does not seem... I mean, as good as the dome is, I would not have either of these in range of the tower, so how would I end up winning is the question. I'm not tamering anytime soon, so I feel like I have to stay in one of these lanes, and this lane just seems way more valuable than this lane because I'd be losing 2 minions. So, but wait, if you have a Stone Barricade, am I just hosed? 1, 2, 3. You barricade there. I guess I go to Dome at that point and take that as my consolation prize. Yep. I guess so. Okay. So we will go with Can We?
Okay.
We will do a move action.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Now, so if I do the skirmish and target in Lachlan and you have the Stone Barricade, that is brutal bad because then I can't even jump into Dome. So I don't think I can get my extra damage on him. That's just too much that I would lose. So I'm going to do a skirmish and not target anybody.
All right.
And this is what makes this new skirmish really interesting, right? Because before this is just an automatic declare the skirmish and get your free little damage in, right? But now it's got real downside if it gets thwarted.
So I may have a response.
Okay.
So I do have a Stone Barricade in hand. The problem is I played an Impervious this round with Nalaklan, so it would cost,
right, you couldn't do it.
It would cost me the Flux. So I can totally do it with the Flux, and I think that I don't know if it's worth it, right? So that Flux is so valuable going into round 2, but
True,
I'm looking at my hand, and I have nothing to use the Flux with, right? I didn't draw any of my 3 mana cards. So I kind of feel like it might be worth it. You could come in and lead with a 3, and then you would be up 1.
And I should have totally used Time Glitch. That would have made this turn much better for Kanui.
So I think I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna Flux.
Yep.
So the Flux is on the stack. If you have any response.
Nope. Go ahead.
All right, and I will play a Stone Barricade with Nalaklan.
Okay.
Targeting this hex.
Alrighty. So now I get 2 steps. Since I didn't target, I can go wherever I want to. I think this is fine. That's fine. And then I don't need to lead. You're not bouncing out. So I think the only thing to do is to worship. And I can either... I want it next to me, kind of. Okay. I'll go ahead and do that. So I'm going to get the outsider. I'm going to punish Nalaklan. And what else is going to happen in life? Punishing Nalaklan's the easy part. And so I guess this is fine. I'll put it there. Actually, I have faith. I'm going to put it out there.
I like it.
Okay. She is done. And so I hit the end of activation, and at that point, I'm going to have Shilavi attempt to nourish herself.
Yep, that's going to be good.
Okay, we will get this 10 back up to a 13. Maybe she can stay around another round. We'll see. And then, you have any other shenanigans?
Nothing for me.
Alrighty, lane the first. Looks like we're tied 2-2.
2-2. So
So I technically have to place my guys down first. Second player has to go first. There's no pillar I have to worry about. You don't cast yellow, so I don't have to worry about wind barrier. So I don't know that this particularly matters where I'm putting it. More guys against the coal, but I want her to move in case I draw Bewitch, so I'll put it there.
Okay, and I'm going to put my minion here and here. Sadly, I already have something next to your illusion, so you're going to be able to make an attack on one of these guys and still get your ability off, but I don't think there's really anything I can do to avoid that.
Alrighty, lane 2. This is where stuff gets sad. You're flipping the 3 over there. So I have 4 here.
Yep.
And you have 7.
That
so
is
you
correct.
get to kill both my minions and send that guy right up against a tower. Oh, the other way.
The other way.
I assume you want to push it against my tower, maybe?
I see. I'm so confused. I don't ever push here. So there we go. Yeah, and so with the new minion spawning, this guy, he's within 3 of the control point, so he's going to stay right there. And I will get to bring out 2 new minions.
Right, technically I don't put this guy down yet. You put 1 on that point and 1 somewhere else.
I don't want to have it anywhere. I want to make it more difficult for you to Astrida bewitch me.
And I don't like Yami, but there's just not much you can do about staying away from Yami. She's just everywhere. Okay. And then I have Kenwi, which means I'm going to win the dome. So, outsider. So maybe this is the better place to do that. No, that wasn't my plan.
You were supposed to punish Nalaklan. That's it.
I'm gonna punish Nalaklan. That's happening no matter what. The question is, which way do I push him? So I think this is fine. So I'll do it here.
Okay.
I will attack Nalaklan for 3 plus.
You got it.
So that is 5 damage.
Down to 6.
Yeah, I will declare a skirmish on Nalaklan.
Yep.
Nothing. And then I will do the shockwave, whatever that thing is.
Yep, the shockwave exists.
Yeah, shockwave.
0 plus piercing. Oh, no.
So another 2 damage, and I get to push you 2 hexes. 1, 2. Get you in that cover hex. Alrighty. And so no cards here. Did you win a card for winning this lane?
I did not draw a card for winning the lane. That's one of the new rules. It's easy. That's an easy one to forget.
And then I get a card for winning the dome. And then we are all done with the minion phase, so we get to clean up, and we all get 2 cards. And now we discard down to 7 instead of 6. 2 more cards. Another alt that I don't particularly care for. Oh, Snowblind's really good, and Swiftness is nice. Does that mean that I don't need Time Glitch? No, I think I still like Time Glitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do have to get rid of one of these cards, though. And I think I'm going to choose Echo Dance to go away, since it cannot be cast this round. And with only 2 Nupton heroes, it's just not that much value. Okay.
All right, so we are at round 2, and Shalavi is sitting at 13 health. And so I think I'm just going to activate Nalaklan here.
Makes sense.
And see what I can do. I'm no longer next to you, so you can't revenge me. If you revenge on Yami, I think I'm okay with that. She's got a piece of armor. So activate Nalaklan, and I think the first thing I'm going to do is declare an attack targeting Shalavi.
Alrighty. Well, I am definitely going to react to that with Snowblind. Now I have to decide which guy I want to cast it. So I think I want to keep the mana on Shalavi to be able to cast my Time Warp or my Time Glitch later. I think that's better. The reason to keep it for on Kanui is in case I want to do a Time Warp shenanigan at the end of the round. But I think keeping Shalavi alive longer is worth more. So I'm going to go ahead and use Kenui. And I'm going to cast Snowblind and wait for you to see if that's okay.
I will allow it to resolve.
Alrighty, and then I will choose these 5 hexes.
All right, so it's going to be a disarm on Nalochlin. Now, after that resolves, I think Nalochlin is going to cast a Clear Mind.
Well, that mage is a jerk. That also will resolve just fine. So, yep, you get to clear that off, and you get an extra attack.
Yep, so
you're
now my attack
4.
is at 4+, targeting Shalavi.
Yep.
So, okay. Ooh, a 3. That's going to be
So
7.
7 damage from 13 puts me down to 6.
Okay. And then I think I will declare a... I think I'd declare a skirmish targeting Shalavi.
Makes sense, and my Time Warp does not help me get you away far enough. I get in the tree, but you're still seeing me, so that doesn't do any good. So I think I will allow that to happen.
Okay. That's going to be 2 more.
2 more damage. Hey, we're both at 4.
And I think I will move into the dome. And, I know you have the Time Warp, but I think I'm going to play it as if I didn't know you had the Time Warp here. So what I would plan to do is I'm going to play Provoke the Beast with Nalochlin. The outsider would make an attack.
You just have to be within 3 of your pillar to be able to cast red cards? Yes, that is the new rule. You just have to be within 3. So you're playing Provoke the Beast. So I'm going to let the Provoke the Beast resolve.
Yep.
And then you put the attack on the stack, right?
Yep. So the outsider would declare an attack against Shalavi.
Okay. And the problem is even if I do Time Warp, here is not far enough away. Here, Yami can still see me. So I think that is not good enough to get me out of this situation.
Okay.
So I need you to flip a 0 or -1 here.
Okay, so
go ahead.
3+.
Yep.
1, 4
That
damage.
is exactly what you needed. Shalavi down. Shalavi down.
So I will get to draw a card for killing an outsider, or killing a
Only
hero.
1 now instead of 2. Yep.
Yep. And then that is going to be 1 point for me on the Tamer.
As well as on Onslaught.
That's right, as well as on Onslaught. And so Nalochlin has attacked. He's skirmished. And I still have an action left. I don't know if I want to be this close to Kanui here. Because she can easily do 4 points of damage here. I think I am going to move as my last action.
Okay.
Now, where I'm going to move to, I'm not quite sure. We will move all the way down here. And that's going to be it for Nalochlin.
So I get my Shalavi back next round, for better or worse. If I kill Nalochlin, yours is gone for a while. That seems valuable. Am I worried about you sieging me? I don't think I need to be. So 4 damage. You don't have mana there. You do have mana with Yami. But I don't know what you can really do to stop me from killing Mulligan. So I think I will go ahead and go with Kanui.
Okay.
Can we? I will do a move action.
That is fine.
And I will take this hex right here. I will declare an attack against your Mulligan.
That will resolve.
Alrighty, I need a +1, just like your Provoke the Beast did.
How about a +6?
Got a 3. I will take it.
All right, so I will not come back until round 4.
That gets me a card, and I get a Onslaught token. And I gained a Gathering Storm, which is interesting, but with all the cards I have, I don't know that that's particularly right. So I'm going to lead, and I think with all this card drawing potential, Word of Nupton might be useful, because over here she might have nothing to do with all this fighting, so that's something. Twister of Souls if I'm actually pushing. Ice Wall's useful. I could just lead from the deck, but I really want this thing off my tower. I think I will choose the Twister of Souls as the lead card for the day.
Okay. So I think I'm going to activate Yami.
Okay.
And I'm going to start with a move.
Starting with a move. Oh, you're trampling some minions. That's fine. Yep.
So she's going to start and hit this one first. 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Yep.
And flip. Get a 1.
Exactly. And one thing to note, so you did a move to go through here. With the new skirmish rules, you can now skirmish through the other guy, but you still wouldn't be able to do this because it only triggers on the first minion she moves through on her turn.
Correct.
So skirmish does do the trample, but you can't do it twice in the same turn.
So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to worship.
You're going to worship. Yes, I will let that happen.
All right, so I'll worship on Astrida.
Okay, so first you worship, and the worship goes on to me. And now the rest of the ability goes on stack now. Even if I remove this, you're going to get to jump on me. However, if I remove it, then you won't get to remove my armor. And that seems interesting to me. Or I can save my time warp to get away from the attack that's inevitably coming next. But you might just lead instead. So I see he's just going to do the damage again, though, on his turn, because you don't like Astrida.
I really don't.
Okay, I will let that happen.
Okay, so I'm going to move her to this spot.
Okay.
And do 1 plus a flip. And you are -1 armor because of Hokusai.
Yep, correct.
+2. So it's going to be 3.
So 3 pierce or 3 damage with no armor. It's 4 or down to 11.
And then as the last action, so that was a worship. And then the last thing I'm going to do is declare an attack on Astrida.
Yeah, and so this is what I was saving it for. So I will go ahead and warp time.
Yep, no response here.
And I will go 1 hex that way.
That will work. So my attack will fizzle.
Yep.
And that's going to be it for Yami.
Alrighty. So I'm tapped out of mana over here. The unfortunate thing about losing a guy before they activate it is you get to go last this round, which is bad for what I want to do in Dome, because you get to see beforehand. But I really don't think Astrida's going anywhere this round. So I forgot to do my revenge triggers with Shilivion. Anyway. Alright, Astrida is going to declare a worship.
That will resolve.
Okay, and then Astrida is going to go ahead and declare an attack on the guy on the control point.
And I think I will respond.
Okay.
And Yami is going to play a Release the Spirits.
Oh, you're clearing my marked off me. Thanks.
That's okay. Hokusai just wants to put it back on you anyway.
Alrighty. So I still get to do the attack.
You still get to do your attack. I just don't want you to feed on my
2
minions.
plus -1, so I get to kill one guy. I don't get to make my own, but I also don't have to take 2 damage then. And I already have a lead, and I already worshipped anyway. So, what is your lot in life? Do we want to run anywhere? No. Do we want to skirmish on Yami? That seems silly. The lead is just so useless. You're not pushing Kenway away. I guess you theoretically could have slide. No, I'll go ahead and skirmish targeting Yami.
Okay, that's fine.
Come on, +2. Ah, nothing. All right. And Streeta is not moving, so she's done.
So we're going to activate Hokusai.
Mm-hmm.
And just like we said, we want to put that worship right back on you. So we're going to start with a worship action.
Sounds good.
And we will use his ability to flip 1 + 2. So we're each going to take 3 piercing damage.
3 damage puts me down to 8.
And then Hokusai is going to move.
Okay.
Go 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to declare an attack on Streeta.
Yep, that'll go, and I have no armor.
No armor, so this is 2 + 3. Take 5.
5 damage puts me down to 3.
And I think that's going to be it.
Alrighty. So now Akuti gets to go, has to go. I do not see any world in which I don't start this off with an attack. And then in case you play Safeguard, no reason to attack that guy, so I guess I will attack this one.
Okay.
I will flip a bunch, and then I will do Revenge with the illusion on the other guy. Come on, not a -1. Okay, just enough. Take out that guy. I mean, I'm sitting here. I have 5 cards. I'm going to win 1 more card +2, so I could lead from hand, but again, there's just not much point. So I will lead from deck. I guess I will play Gathering Storm to filter a little bit. So we draw 2. Migraine might be useful next turn. Another time glitch. And we will go ahead and declare a move action.
Yep, that's fine.
And I guess we will move up or move over. Do I need more help over here? I guess that's not the worst idea. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
And that is so that in case I need to go to Dome or cross to the other lane next turn, I can do so.
So I think what I need to do with Nicole is I have Astrida down probably right where I need her to be to get my last Tamer kill. And that's what I need to do. So I need to win the Dome and just do a little something to Astrida to get me my second Tamer point. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare an attack on this minion here.
Yep.
Clean that up a little bit. Then I am going to move.
Sounds good.
And so at the moment, I feel like I've got it synced up. You've used all your mana, so I don't need to lead here because you can't sneak somebody in. So I think I will just make a worship action.
Yep.
And I'm going to put this I could put it out here to possibly kill a minion later. So that's what we'll do. And that's going to be the end for Zakol. And I think I have an end of my activation play that I'd like to make.
Okay.
So Hokusai is going to play a Shield Slam.
Do 2 more damage to her.
Do 2 more damage just to make sure.
And a slow.
I don't want to mess something up here, so just to be safe.
Yep.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, looks like the writing's on the wall, but we'll go ahead and do this. So lane 1, I have 5 to your 1, so I win by 4 and take out your minion.
Yep.
These minions stay within 3, so they don't get moved. I spawn 2, you spawn 2.
I think I'm going to put this one as far
And
over
then
as
lane.
possible.
Yep. And then lane 2, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got 4.
4.
So I could take out your 2 minions. And this comes here. And I will attempt to shield my Estrida in vain. And both of those things I won, so I get 2 cards for that.
Correct.
And then you get a card, and Zakol wins you the OG.
And I think I will place him right here. Oh. I don't know how to quite move him to hit these 2 hexes here.
2, so 1 in the dome and 2 outside the dome, right?
Yeah. That'll work. Perfect. All right. So I am going to... now, I know that she's in a cover hex, but now that I'm controlling the outsider, and I have Hokusai next to her, I have line of sight to her, correct?
Correct, yep.
All right. So my outsider is going to make an attack against Estrida.
And she has 1 hit point and 0 armor. She's slowed. She's out of mana. I think she's got this.
Okay, let's just make sure we don't flip something negative force.
Boom.
The big one. That's going to be 6 damage.
6 damage. Down to -5.
Second point on the Tamer. So my outsider has defeated 2 enemy heroes. And that is a victory for the good guys.
Good game, Ian.
Good game, Eric. So I think we saw a lot of the new rules. Was there anything that we didn't see that's probably worth talking about?
I mean, there are some small edge cases, like when towers are down, you can still spawn things now. But I think we got like the positioning, the cards, and the I guess one thing we should mention, you don't get any extra cards when you take down towers, right? It all is from taking lanes, and the dome, you get the cards for them. But yeah, I think we covered all the main ones.
Okay. Well, Eric, this was really fun. Thank you for thinking about the community and putting this together. We want your feedback, guys. If this is something that you like to see, players playing open-handed, talking about their plays, we'll definitely do more of it. We want our community to grow in their knowledge of the game. We want everybody to get better. And if this is helpful, let us know in the Discord, and we'll definitely do more of it.
Thank you, everybody.
Yep. Thanks so much.